Ladies and gentlemen, Kisii County exploded yesterday during Saba Saba demonstrations. And the question which most Kenyans are asking is simple. What really triggered Kisii County to react the way they reacted? As a matter of fact, Kenyans are still asking themselves how Kisii County managed to overtake Kondele Barracks, Kibera Base, and Mathare.
Jinsi ambavyo unavyoona, this is Kisii Town. Hivi ndivyo mambo yalivyo. Leo ni siku kuu, siku ya Saba Saba. Wananchi wameamua kana kwamba everything must be brought to a standstill.
So what really triggered Kisii to explode? You saw Kisii County, the demonstrators actually transporting William Samoei Arap Ruto for burial in a hearse. That is something which majority of Kenyans never really expected. You also saw in Kisii the demonstrators overpowering the police and pushing them back. That's again something which nobody expected to happen in Kisii. As a matter of fact, Kenyans really never expected Kisii to participate in the demonstrations the way they did yesterday, considering the fact that majority of their leaders are now leaning towards Kenya Kwanza government. So the question is, what really triggered Kisii? That's exactly what I want us to look in this particular video. Before we do that, guys, ladies and gentlemen, Shabana FC today emerged victorious and they'll join Kogalo in Premier League. So let us take a minute and congratulate the Kisii community for the support which they gave to Shabana FC. In fact, these scenes are what we just used to see in Gor Mahia. And I remember reading a post by someone, I can't remember the name, on Facebook, who is a fan of AFC Leopard, and he was wondering how Shabana could manage to have that huge crowd while AFC Leopards cannot actually manage nowadays to attract such kind of a crowd. So congratulations to Shabana FC, and mkuje pole pole because Gor Mahia will not be sparing you. Okay? Now let us get back to the main issue. What really transpired in Kisii? Why did they operate and behave the way they did yesterday? In the last general election, Kisii County actually voted for Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga had around 263,000 votes. William Ruto had around 134, which is almost half. Which means Kisii County is actually a Raila Odinga stronghold. But William Ruto decided to venture in Kisii. Immediately he was declared the president of the Republic of Kenya. The first thing he did was to make Osoro Silvanus the majority whip in the National Assembly. He then appointed a minister from the region. He nominated a senator and a member of parliament, I think, from the region. Then he embarked on a series of political activities in the region, to an extent that at some point he even succeeded in persuading Simba Arati to his side. And we saw the other day, during their recruitment drive, we saw the senator for Kisii, Richard Onyonka, also joining them. But despite all those efforts, Kisii region exploded yesterday. What caused the explosion? That's exactly what I want us to look here. But before we do that, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And allow me also to thank a few gentlemen who sent me coffee. You can see their names on the screens there. Thank you so much. And you can also do the same using the numbers you are seeing on your screen. And I'll really appreciate a cup of coffee. It's only 200 bob. You can send several of them if you want. Let us focus on the issue at hand. Why do you think Kisii exploded yesterday? For me, I have 5 reasons. Number one, I'm convinced that the reaction from Kisii residents was actually a message to Kisii or the Gusii leaders who decided to work with government. I think that was their personal decision. They don't enjoy the support of the ordinary person on the ground. Because how do you explain a situation where majority of members of parliament are UDA, Simba Arati was nowhere, the senator and the minister and Osoro were in some event somewhere, Arambe somewhere on the very, very day. So you ask yourself, why would these guys still come out the way they did? Simple. They are sending a message to their leaders that as much as you're working with government, count us out. And the message is loud and clear, especially for those who are elected on ODM or on Wiper or on Azimio affiliated parties. And if I were a politician from Kisii, this is the moment to take charge of Kisii. I think Onyonka made a big mistake. He would have been part of this. And I saw Kibagendi taking advantage of the situation, and he delivered a very powerful message during the demonstrations. So for me, this is the right moment. If Simba Arati wanted to stamp his authority in Gusii politics, this is the moment. Remember, when Simba Arati decided to start working with Ruto, I opined on this platform that William Ruto was laying a trap for him. And he actually almost fell for it. The only ODM leader who has avoided that William Ruto's trap is the Kakamega governor, Fernandus Baraza. You know, Ruto really need Baraza. He has a lot of interest in Baraza. But Baraza has played his politics. He's been so loyal to ODM party because he knows that given a chance, Ruto will not support him. Ruto will ultimately support the Secretary General of UDA, Cleophas Malala. You go to Mombasa, for example, Ruto did the same to the governor. I'm not sure whether the governor was yesterday part of the demonstrations there, but again, in Mombasa, this is the right moment for someone. So that's number one. They were sending a message to the leadership from the region about their decision to work with government. Number two, I'm also reading this as a contest between Silvanus Osoro, who is in government, and Simba Arati, who is the governor. These two gentlemen wanted to prove a point to each other. So Osoro decided to unleash the police. Power, use power. But the residents decided otherwise. And Arati decided, okay, we pia utajua mimi ni mtu wa Nairobi. This is the kind of politics I enjoy. So he mobilized the crowd, but from the background. So who won yesterday? Osoro or Arati? If you ask me, Arati actually emerged victorious. In fact, I remember someone, a lady on this channel from the US called Linda, she's been consistently telling me that, Lee, I know, I understand Gusii politics. All those leaders you are seeing going to Kenya Kwanza, you know, they won't have any effect. In fact, they'll become more unpopular. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. So I think it was about Sylvanus Osoro versus Arati contest. If it was that, then Arati won hands down. Number 3, in my view, I also tend to think that the cost of living, the state of economy, and the finance bill ignited the Kisii. The cost of living is too high for everybody, so people are angry. The finance bill passed. The anger was still boiling. Then you give them an opportunity. They turn out and they do what they know best. So for me, this is how revolution begins. And just like I said yesterday, if William Ruto is not careful, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to find it very rough. You know, William Ruto kept Uhuru Kenyatta on toes for 5 good years. That's exactly what is going to happen to him. And this is just the beginning, because I'm seeing a situation where Azimio will escalate these demonstrations up to, say, constituency level. So the cost of living and the finance bill. In fact, people were joking yesterday that Wakisi na hiyo hasira yao. You know, people were wondering, nani amewa Kenyans were actually wondering, nini imewakashirisha. Kenyans were actually wondering who provoked the Kisii na hiyo hasira yao. So number 4, in my view, I think Kenya Kwanza popularity across the country. There are those who voted for Kenya Kwanza, even in Kisii. And these people are now feeling that they were cheated. This is not what they voted for. So these are the people who are participating in these demonstrations. You know, there's an image which I saw somewhere of a gentleman, boda guy, putting on sufuria in his stage, deep somewhere in Kikuyu land, just to show solidarity with Azimio. That is something which nobody would have imagined would have pen currently. So it means popularity of Kenya Kwanza is going down at a very high speed. And those who voted for them are actually venting their anger through these demonstrations. And lastly, I don't want to rule out the possibility of Azimio underground mobilization on this particular day. But I don't know, because I'm trying to figure out. I normally understand how ODM Azimio operates. And I'm figuring out who really mobilized this crowd. But again, if you look at the way it began, this crowd was definitely not mobilized. But maybe someone did underground network. And when the right time came, poop. So let us wait and see how things are going to turn out moving forward. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.